ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in, baby. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Get ready for another night of wicked racing action. It's the Dirt Street Stocks back in action here from Lanier National Speedway. Woo! Let's go, baby. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in, chat. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get ready for another wicked night of racing action. These Dirt Street Stocks are on the track, ready to rock and roll for another night of awesome racing action. Yo, Jason Canals, Jason, my boy, coming in with that like. Yo, what is good, Jason? What is good, my boy? Kevin Odelski, what is good, Odell? What is good, my boy? Good, Odelski. How you doing, homie? How you doing? Woo! Man, oh man. Ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be one heck of a race. Yo, Jeremy Vaughn coming in with that care reaction. Lamar Jordan with that heart reaction. Brycey Bear, Bryce Dickinson coming in with that heart and the share. Let's go, baby. What is good, Tony? What is good, Whippersnapper? How you doing, yo, Lamar, Bryce? How you guys doing? Jason Canals, what is good, my boy? Jeremy Vaughn, how are you? How are you, homie? Yo, Jeff Dickinson with that heart reaction as well. Jeffy, what is good, my boy? What is good, Jeff? How you doing, my man? Yo, Tony Whipperman, what is good, Whippersnapper? What is good, my boy? Yo, Keith Hackney. Keith, are you kidding me? Keith coming in right out of the gate with the 530-star dono. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Keith. Let's go, my boy. First-time star sender coming in with the big bomb right out of the gate. Let's get it, homie. Let's get it. Let's get a hashtag 69K up in the chat, you know? Let's get a little hashtag 69K up in the chat there for Mr. Keith Hackney. Wowzers. Yo, Shane Yates coming in with that like and the share. What is good, Shane? Shane coming in, showing that love. Ty Dickinson with that heart reaction. John Quill Jr. coming in, smashing that like as well. What is good, John? What is good, my boy?
Let's go!
Coming in, showing that love as well. Woo! Oh my gosh, good luck, guys. Good luck, fellas. Oh, yes, sir. So we like to see some good luck, some cheering all these drivers on as they're out there on the racetrack right now for a little bit of a qualifying effort. See Blake Doyle out there right now in that KC Speedworks number 38 ride. See Jeremy Vaughn jumping up with the quick time right now in that Next Level Racing number 8 ride. That EPI Papa Mike Promotions number 8 out in front, but now Lon Franks is going to jump up and take that top spot. So Franks in that iRacing iFlag DWR ride jumping up to the front here. We got a lot of drivers still to jump out there and get some lap times in. We see Ty Dickinson out there in the 67 ride. Joshua Ely, Seth Castle out there as well in the 7 machine of that Cocky Boy Consulting number 7. John Quill Jr. out there as well. Quill Racing Machine out there on the racetrack, looking very stout as well, looking to have a good run here again tonight. Chad Putterbow out there in that DWR number 22 ride. Cecil Kirkpatrick in the 14 ride. Man, I'm so used to seeing him in that 69 ride. Same with like Keith, and you know it's weird seeing him in the 14 now. You know it's a little bit weird seeing him in that 14. Shane Yates in the Premier Racing Setups ride, jumping up into position number 2 here in qualifying. John Quill Jr. with a 4th place run. So that's a good run right there for John Quill with a great run up into the 4th position right now. For qualifying, we see Cody Ernest up into 12th. Ernest is going to jump off the racetrack. We see Chris Hill with a great run. Chris Hill up into position number 2 in that 5H. Chris with a great run right there in that Dirty South Speed Shop number 5H ride. Wowzers, what a run right there for him. Yo, Tasha, my girl Tasha coming in, smashing that art reaction. Cody Ernest coming in, smashing that share as well. Austin Hall coming in with that like on the stream. What is good, Austin? What is good, my boy? Sold my iRacing, kind of miss it, but I'll be back soon, fellas. Oh my gosh, Lamar, what are you selling your iRacing setup for? Come on now. How we doing tonight? Oh, Dustin, you know we're always doing good, homie. We're always doing good. We talked. I'm the only 69 on the team. I feel you. I'm amazed it didn't happen way before time. You know, I figured that would have happened a long time ago. How to be fastest in qualifying. How to be fastest in qualifying. I don't know. I don't think they make a book for that, Ty. I mean, you might have to jump in and see what some of these boys are doing, man. You have to talk to your teammate there. Lon Franks currently right now is the quickest lap time out there, man. Franks is looking very good. Cody Myers currently sitting in that 10th position. Joel Phillips out there in that Rocky Top Race Wraps, number 78. Good-sized field here once again tonight, chat. We got 33 drivers look to be loaded into the field here. 33 cars getting ready to go to battle. Not sure how many we're going to take to the A main, but we're going to be sending some drivers home early, unfortunately, here tonight. Woo! That just makes for a good show. That just makes for a wicked good show, you know? When you know that there's the possibility of not making that A main, that just makes everybody a little bit more on edge, kind of makes everybody a little bit more, you know, hyper-focused on what they need to do to try to make it into the show, and just makes it that much more challenging for all of these drivers, and just makes it a lot of fun for all of us up in the stands, man. Makes it a lot of fun for us up in the stands. As qualifying coming to a close here, slowly but surely, looks like qualifying going to come to an end, and we're going to get ready to go green flag racing here in heat race number 1. Heat race number 1 about to get underway, as we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose. We're going to get ready to see some wicked racing action, man. There is a lot of fast cars out here, a lot of cars to pass, a lot of cars to beat and bang. It's going to make things very interesting. Be very interesting to see how this is all going to play out, man. There is a ton of speed. There is a ton of fast cars out here looking to run here tonight. Yo, TNA Motorsports coming in with that share. Alex Brewer coming in with that reaction and the share as well. What is good, Brewer? What is good, my boy?
Let's go.
Coming in. Shannon Wood coming in with that like on the stream. SIM500 Esports Racing League coming in, smashing that share as well. Jeremy Aikens coming in with that like. TNA Motorsports with that art reaction. Let's go, baby. Blake Doyle coming in with that like. Cecil Kirkpatrick with that like on the stream. Joey Gattina coming in with that share. Dustin Price with that art reaction. Ricky Chandler coming in with that like. What is good, fellas? What is good, baby? Let's go, chat. Here we go. Heat race number 1. Right here, right now. We're going to get ready to set these drivers loose, as it's the SIM500 TNA Motorsports Dirt Series with the Dirt Street Stocks live from Lanier National Speedway. And we got a big first heat race coming right at you here. Is 11 drivers on the racetrack. We're going to get ready to set them loose. Top 4. That's what we're looking for. Top 4 out the door and into the A main here. Everybody else is going to be going to the consolation races. Starting on the pole in heat race number 1 in that 10 ride, that is Lon Franks. And to his outside in the 38 ride, that is Blake Doyle. Starting inside of row number 2 in the 7 ride, that is Seth Castle. And to his outside in the 55 ride, it's that next level racing machine of Cody Myers. Starting inside of row number 3 in the 45, we see Stephen Barrow, and to his outside in the 517, that is Nicholas Paris. And we see Jeremy Aikens, Cody Gagliano, Joel Phillips, Shannon Wood, and Gary Clark rounding out the field. 11 drivers getting ready to see the green flag up in the air here, as we're going to set them loose. Top 4 cars are going to transfer through. Everybody else is going to go to the consolation race. As Lon Franks and Doyle battle side by side down the backstretch here into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. Franks looking for a good run, as he's going to lead lap number 1. So Lon Franks out in front here for lap number 1 of the first heat races. Now you see that 7 ride, Seth Castle down on the bottom side here. He's looking to try to make some moves. He's looking to try to get around that 38 ride of Blake Doyle, as Cody Myers has Nicholas Paris up there to his outside, as Paris trying to find a way to get around that 55 ride, as Myers holds on to that 4th and final transfer spot. Myers having a lot of pressure right there. One simple mistake could put him out of a transfer here, as that 517 ride is all over his back bumper. Jeremy Aikens back there in that 6th position, ready to pounce as well. Joel Phillips, Stephen Barrow, Cody Gagliano. Cody's quite a ways back here. Cody's back in that 9th position. He's got a lot of ground to make up here if he wants to try to make it into the show. He's going to have to try to make a lot of passes as we see Seth Castle and the 38 ride of Blake Doyle continue to battle side by side. That's allowing Lon Franks to stretch his lead out even more here, as Lon out to about a 9/10 of a second lead, as now Seth Castle's almost clears that 38 machine. There we go. He's just going to barely slide over the nose there, as Doyle's still all over his back bumper. Cody Myers in that 4th and final transfer spot, continuing to try to just stay right there, keep that 517 ride off his back bumper, trying to keep him back in that rear view mirror, trying to keep him off of him. So he's trying to pick up that final transfer spot into the show. Jeremy Aikens trying to reel them in, as Joel Phillips right there in 7th as well. Stephen Barrow and the 20R rider Cody Gagliano back there, battled side by side. See Shannon Wood back there, as we're going to see the white flag fly here, actually. So the white flag is out for heat race number 1. Lon Franks down the backstretch into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. Lon Franks is going to pick up heat race win number 1. Seth Castle there in 2nd, Blake Doyle in 3rd, and Cody Myers coming home in that 4th and final transfer spot. Everybody else, unfortunately, going to be going to that consolation race as we get done heat race number 1. We're going to get them stacked back up, and we're going to get ready here for heat race number 2 to hit the track, as these drivers going to get loaded back up into the sim here. Starting on the pole in this one, in the 5H, that is Chris Hill. To his outside in that Quill Racing number 777, that is John Quill Jr. Starting inside of row number 2 in the 43 ride, that is Grady Ehrman. Into his outside in the 09, that is Joshua Ellie. Starting inside of row number 3 in the 88, that is Cody Ernest. Into his outside in the 14 ride, that is Cecil Kirkpatrick. Starting inside of row number 4 in the 444 ride, that is Jason Ganells. Into his outside in the 84 ride, that Next Level Racing Elite Performance Industries Grip Hackney number 84, that is Bryce Dickinson. We see Doug Sigmund and Bobby Rodriguez back there in 9th and 10th, and Taylor Welch in that TNA Motorsports number 747 ride. Starting at the rear of the field, 11 drivers getting ready to go to battle here once again for heat race number 2. More drivers going to transfer through here into the show, as we're looking for that green flag. Chris Hill and John Quill Jr. side by side here, as the green flag quickly out here for heat race number 2. Ehrman trying to get a good run down on the bottom side here, trying to take that 3rd spot away, no problem, as he's going to clear the 09 right of Joshua Ellie. Ellie trying to battle back strong here on the outside, as he's got the 88 of Cody Ernest down to his inside. Side by side for that 4th and final transfer spot, as Kirkpatrick, Ganells, and Dickinson all trying to reel those 2 in. Chris Hill, though, out in front. Hill going to lead the way here early on, as John Quill Jr. going to stay right there behind him. Grady Ehrman holding on to position number 3, is now Joshua Ellie. He's going to jump up and pick up that 4th spot on the racetrack. That 4th and final transfer spot, as he's just able to work his way on the outside around the 88 ride of Cody Ernest, as Ernest going to slide back to that 5th spot. Now has the 14 rider Cecil Kirkpatrick there to his outside. Then you see Jason Ganells and Bryce Dickinson battling side by side back there for position number 7 on the racetrack. 19 rider Bobby Rodriguez staying right there with them as well, trying to find a hole, as that yellow and green number 19 ride looking for something, as they make a little bit of contact right in front of them. Bryce Dickinson and Jason Ganells trying to work their way closer and closer to the front. Chris Hill continues to lead the way here. Hill still out in front, keeping these drivers at bay. It's that number 777 ride of John Quill Jr. out in position number 2, looking to try to find a way to get around the 5H ride. Grady Ehrman there in 3rd, Joshua Ellie there in position number 4. He's in that 4th and final transfer spot as Kirkpatrick trying to hunt him down. Cody Ernest back into 6th. Gunnell and Dickinson still side by side as we're going to see that white flag fly here. So one more time around for Chris Hill. Hill out in front, the 777 rider, John Quill Jr. Taking a look down low on him though, but he's going to pull back just a little bit as they're going to run down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. We're going to see the 5H ride of Chris Hill pick up the checkered flag here in heat race number 2. John Quill Jr., Grady Ehrman, and Joshua Ely coming home there in that 4th and final transfer spot. Kirkpatrick, Ernest, Canales, Dickinson, Rodriguez, Sigmund, and Welch all going to that consolation race. So we're going to get ready here for heat race number 3. Heat race number 3 getting loaded into the sim here as we're going to get ready to rock and roll. Yo, Nick Paris coming in smashing that like on the stream. What is good, Nick? Craig Michael Deacon, what is good, Craig? Craig coming in smashing that like as well. What is good, my boy? What is good, homie? How you doing? All right, ladies and gentlemen, heat race number 3 onto the racetrack here as we're going to get ready to rock and roll here with the 3rd heat race of the evening as these drivers loading into the sim down here on the front stretch. We're going to get ready for the starting lineup. Starting on the pole here in heat race number 3. You see that number 11 ride. That is Shane Yates, last night's race winner, as Yates going to start here on the pole for heat race number 3 to his outside in the 37 ride. That is James Stockton. Starting in position number 3 in the 0B ride, that is Bradley Means, and to his outside in that next level racing Elite Performance Industries number 8, that is Jeremy Vaughn. Starting inside of row number 3 in the 4 ride, that is Joey Brewer. And to his outside in the 1 ride, that is Alex Brewer. Starting in position number 7 in the 22 ride is that DWR iRacing iFlag Papa Mike Promotions number 22 with Chad Putterbow. And to his outside, his teammate in the 67 is Ty Dickinson. We see Joey Gattina, Gary Gagliano, and we're supposed to have Joseph Atchison round out the field, but it looks like we're going to have 10 drivers here for heat race number 3 as we are underway here. Once again, back to green flag racing at Lanier. Out in front, Shane Yates is going to clear the 37 right of James Stockton. Is Stockton going to try to stay right there in position number 2, but he's got Bradley Means down to his inside as Means trying to stick right there with that 37 ride for position number 2. You see the 4 ride of Joey Brewer trying to get a good run down on the bottom side of the racetrack as it looks like this track already starting to slick off quite a bit. You see the 67 ride of Ty Dickinson sliding up the racetrack here. That's going to open up the door for his teammate in the 22 ride as Ty trying to reel in this lead pack. Trying to reel them in. Chad Putterbow going to stay right there to his inside. Joey Brewer right there in front of them. Alex Brewer up into position number 5 as he looks to the outside here of the A ride of Jeremy Vaughn as Vaughn holding on to that 4th and final transfer spot. He sees James Stockton and Bradley Means continue to battle side by side for position number 2. That's going to keep the 11 ride of Shane Yates with a little bit of breathing room as he's out to about a half a second lead now over the 2nd and 3rd place drivers as they battle side by side. Jeremy Vaughn sees that 1 ride of Alex Brewer trying to jump up to his outside. He's going to close the door. Brewer going to try to battle back strong here now, looking down low on the 8 ride. Trying to find a way to get around his NLR teammate into that 4th and final transfer spot. Yates staying out front. Bradley Means going to take that 2nd spot away now from James Stockton. So Stockton back into 3rd, and now he's got Jeremy Vaughn all over his back bumper as Vaughn trying to find a way to get around this 37 as the 37 now trying to look down low on Bradley Means, trying to find a way back around the 0B. The 8 ride going to take a look to the top shelf here, looking for a big run out of corner number 4 as he's looking to try to get around this 37 ride as we're going to see that white flag fly here. So one more time around for Shane Yates. Yates up in front with a good size lead down into 3 as we see a great battle brewing here for this 4th and final transfer spot. Alex Brewer and Jeremy Vaughn side by side here as Shane Yates is going to pick up heat race win number 3. Bradley Means coming home in 2nd. James Stockton there in third, and Jeremy Vaughn picking up that fourth and final transfer spot. As we're going to get ready here for our first consolation race of the evening. Looks like we're going to start the C main. The top 3 drivers from the C main will move on to the B main. Then it looks like everybody in the B main will make it into the show. So this C main is really going to be where the pressure is on, as we're going to see these drivers go to battle for the top 3 positions here. Woo, this is going to get tight. This is going to be a good battle here. This C main top 3 going to transfer through into that B main feature event. And Stephen Barrow in the 45 ride is going to start us off here from that pole position. To his outside in the 84, that is Bryce Dickinson. Starting on the inside, a row at number 2 in position number 3 in the 22 ride, that is Chad Putterbow. Into his outside in the 20R, that is Cody Gagliano. Starting in position number 5 in the 19 ride, that is Bobby Rodriguez. Into his outside in the 42, that is Gary Gagliano, sorry. And then starting in position number 7 in the 02 is Shannon Wood. Then we see the 04 ride of Doug Sigmund to his outside, and bringing up the final row here in C main action. See that 747 ride of Taylor Welch and Gary Clark. So it looks like Joey Gattina and Joseph Atchison not making it out onto the racetrack, as we're going to see that green flag out in the air here. Maybe a little bit of a jump out of the 45 ride. We'll have to see how they score it. Some contact as Chad Putterbow goes up the racetrack. He gets into the side of Cody Gagliano, as Cody looking to the outside of him, trying to jump up into that third and final transfer spot. Around goes Chad Putterbow. Putterbow upside down here in the infield. I don't know what just happened to Putterbow, but man, oh man, a heartbreaker right there for the 22 ride. It's the 45 of Stephen Barrow out in front here, leading the way. Bryce Dickinson right there in position number 2. Cody Gagliano there in third, as Bobby Rodriguez up into 4th. Shannon Wood with a good run, as Wood now up into position number 5, looking to take that 4th spot away from the Land Shark number 19 ride. Gary Gagliano there in 6th, with Taylor Welch up into 7th. Doug Sigmund there in 8th, and Gary Clark there in 9th. That's Stephen Barrow still out in front, but he's got a pair of those next level racing rides of Bryce Dickinson and Cody Gagliano trying to hunt him down, as they're both trying to reel him in here. He's out in front leading the way, licking these laps off, trying to work himself into this B main action. The B main is where you want to be, as unfortunately some of these drivers already off the racetrack. Chad Putterbow, Joseph Atchison, Joey Gattina are going to be joining the fans in the stands here. They're not going to be in the A main here tonight. Our top 3 drivers here are going to transfer through into the B main. Everybody else, unfortunately, will be calling it an early night. They will be loading their rides up on the trailer, and they will be going home, joining these fans in the stands here. So an unfortunate break here. The bottom, 8 drivers in this race, as Stephen Barrow, Cody Gagliano, and Bryce Dickinson are our top 3 right now. They will transfer through. Everybody else will be loading up and going home early. That's going to start with Bobby Rodriguez, as he's on the outside looking in. Shannon Wood right there in 5th. Gary Gagliano there in 6th. Taylor Welch, Doug Sigmund, and Gary Clark rounding out our field of active drivers here, as we see a little bit of a battle at the front of the field. Here comes Cody Gagliano. Cody Gagliano trying to look down low here on the 45 ride, trying to work himself into the stop spot here in this C main, as Cody Gagliano down low, looking to the inside, still the 45, as we're going to see that white flag fly this time by, as the white flag flies here one more time around, as the 20R ride of Cody Gagliano is going to take that top spot away. Stephen Barrow still there in 2nd, and Bryce Dickinson in that 3rd and final transfer spot out at corner number 4. It's Cody Gagliano picking up the C main win. Stephen Barrow there in 2nd. Bryce Dickinson coming home in that 3rd and final transfer spot. That means Rodriguez, Wood, Gagliano, Welch, Sigmund, Clark, Putterbow, Gattina, and Atchison are all unfortunately gonna be going home early. They're gonna be joining the fans in the stands here, as we're gonna get ready to rock and roll with our B main consolation race. Good note here for any of these drivers in the B main. This one is just for bragging rights. This one is just for practice in starting position out there, as all these drivers, the top 12 here in this B main, will transfer through into the show. Nobody here is going to go home early, so that means Nick Paris starting on the pole here. Cecil Kirkpatrick in the 14 ride. Alex Brewer there in third. Jeremy Akins there in fourth. And we see Joey Brewer in the 88 rider, Cody Ernest, Jason Ganells, Joel Phillips, Cody Gagliano, Ty Dickinson, Bryce Dickinson, and Stephen Barrow are all going to make it into the show here. Nobody's going to go home early here in this one. I know, right? A tough break there for Chad Putterbaugh, man. You couldn't have. That was the worst start he could have hoped for right there. That was a little bit of a rough one. Right there, Ty. Yeah, I think you might have jinxed him. I'm not sure. Yo, Connie Hines coming in. Showing that love, smashing that like on the stream. What is good, Connie coming in, showing all that love. As we're going to get ready here for the green flag in our B main action, as these drivers going to get ready to go to battle here for a little bit of B main racing. They're going to jump out onto the racetrack here. We're going to get a little bit of a break in here, so we're going to actually turn the webcam off. There we go. As we're going to see that green flag fly here. Everyone in this one is going to transfer through into the show. This one is all for starting position, all for bragging rights.
Let's
and
go.
all a little bit of practice out there on the racetrack. These guys will get a good look at what they'll need to start this feature event here after this 10-lap race. Out in front, Paris leads the way. Alex Brewer looking down low, trying to make the pass on him as Kirkpatrick right there in third. Cody Ernest and Jeremy Akins right there in position number 5 as they try to look to move forward here. It's Ty Dickinson and Cody Gagliano unfortunately making some contact. Ty sliding back quite a ways here, almost going a lap down here in this consolation race. Stephen Barrow back there, as well as Bryce Dickinson working himself up into 9th here. He's looking to gain a few more spots. He's looking to try to advance his starting spot for this A main feature event, as Alex Brewer is going to jump up and take the lead away here. So Brewer now leading the show here in this B main. Cody Ernest up into second. Paris, Kirkpatrick, Phillips rounding out our top 5. Akins now there in 6 as Bryce Dickinson's able to work himself now up into that 7th position. So Brycey Bear having a good run, working himself up and through the field here.
Let's go!
All right, is the checkered flag going to come out here for this B main consolation race? Everybody going to make it into the show here. Nobody going to go home early.
Let's go!
This B main coming to a close. All these drivers doing a great job as the B main coming to an end. These drivers are going to jump out onto the racetrack here for a little bit of a warm-up session as we'll take a look here at that finishing lineup here for this B main, as Alex Brewer coming home with that top spot there in the B main. Cody Ernest, Nicholas Parrish, Joel Phillips, Jeremy Akins rounding out our top 5. Bryce Dickinson, Joey Brewer, Jason Gannells, Cody Gagliano, Stephen Barrow, Cecil Kirkpatrick, and Ty Dickinson rounding out the field there in that B main consolation race, as everybody else in that one is going to all make it into the show there. Nobody's going to go home early out of that B main. These drivers out onto the racetrack for a quick little warm-up session. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we're going to get ready here for our A-Main feature event, our A-Main about to get underway. As these drivers loading into the sim here, we're going to get ready for our starting lineup. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in here for the start of this A-Main feature event. As these drivers loading into the sim, here we go. Starting on the pole in this one. In the 10 right, that is Lon Franks. To his outside in that House of Speed number 5H, that is Chris Hill. Starting inside a row at number 2 in the 11 right, this is the Premier Racing Setups machine of Shane Yates. And to his outside in the 7 right, that is Seth Castle. Starting inside a row at number 3 in the 777 machine, that is John Quill Jr. To his outside in the 0B is Bradley Means. Starting in position number 7 in the 38, we see Blake Doyle. And to his outside in the 43, that is Brady Ehrman. Then we see one driver not rolling on the racetrack there. That is Ty Dickinson. I'm not sure what's going on there with Ty. See James Stockton starting there in 9th, Cody Myers there in 10th, Joshua Ely there in 11th, Jeremy Vaughn there in 12th. Then we see our B main finishers, Alex Brewer, Cody Ernest, Nicholas Parrish, Joel Phillips, Jeremy Akins, Bryce Dickinson, Gannells, Brewer, Cody Gagliano, Stephen Barrow, Cecil Kirkpatrick, and Ty Dickinson rounding up the field, as we're going to end all the anticipation with our feature presentation. Our feature presentation underway here as Lon Franks out in front, leading the way early on here in this one. Lon Franks staying out in front as you see the 11 right getting a good run. That is the 11 right of Shane Yates jumping up, trying to take over position. Number 2 is there, 3 wide right there behind him as the 777 right of John Quill Jr. looking down to the inside as Seth Castle going to work himself up into position number 3. So Castle on the move here early on, so is in the 11 of Shane Yates, as Yates already up into position number 2. Fortunately here, Chris Hill falling back a couple spots. He's got the 777 right of John Quill Jr. right there on his back bumper. Bradley Means in the 38 right of Blake Doyle trying to find their way through and up towards the front of the field as well. Joshua Ely there in position number 9 as Alex Brewer trying to crack himself up inside the top 10 as he's got Nicholas Parrish trying to take a look down to the inside of him as you can see some of these B-main drivers starting to work their way up inside the top 10. Brady Ehrman unfortunately sliding back a little bit to start this one off as he's back now into that 14th position. He's got Cody Ernest there to his inside as you see a couple of these next level racing drivers back here. That is Cody Gagliano and Bryce Dickinson side by side. They're trying to work their way up and through the field rather quickly here. Cody, unfortunately, having some tough breaks the last few nights in these Dirt Street Stocks. He's looking to have a good one here. He's going to try to work himself up towards the front here, but he's got a lot of ground to make up. Going to have to look for some little bit of luck and a little bit of help here with maybe a few caution flags to try to help him along. He's out in front. It's a top 3 breakaway here as Lon Franks leads Shane Yates and Seth Castle right there in position number 2 and 3 as the top 3 broken away. Chris Hill there in 4th, trying to reel them in as he's there in that 4th spot with a good gap between them. It's the 37 right of James Stockton jumping up into position number 5. He's got Josh Ely and John Quill Jr. right there behind him. Quill going almost around there after a little bit of contact with the 09 ride of Ely. Is Ely right there to his inside. They made a little bit of contact at 777. Almost went around. He's going to get super tight there. Corner number 4, and that's going to bring the 09 right back down to his inside. That 777 right of John Quill, unfortunately struggling here a little bit as that car just doesn't seem to rotate very good through the center of the corner. Looks like that car's been getting very, very tight. There goes Bradley Means. Means is going to go around. I do believe that is going to bring out our first caution flag. No caution flag as of yet. They're going to let him keep on rolling. So a tough one there for Bradley Means as the 0B ride is going to slide all the way back into position number 22. Lon Frank still out in front here. Shane Yates there in 2nd. Seth Castle there in 3rd. Chris Hill, James Stockton rounding out our top 5. Joshua Ely there in 6th. Cody Myers in 7th. John Quill there in 8th as their top 10. Kind of getting a little bit more single file. Things getting a little bit sprung out here, a little strung out as you see him still battling back here as Grady Ehrman trying to find a way back inside the top 10 as he's looking to the inside now of Alex Brewer. Cody Ernest right there in 12th with Jeremy Vaughn right there behind him. Side by side back there is Nicholas Parrish trying to jump up into that battle. It's the 5 ride of Jeremy Akins and Joel Phillips right there, still side by side. You see Cody Gagliano and Bryce Dickinson as they're still back there in 17th and 18th position, not making up a whole lot of ground here on the racetrack. As Franks continues to lead the way, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump into a Peacemaker game and crank it up. So crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite driver as we're going to crank it up. guys enjoyed that quick little Peacemaker Gaming crank it up session as these drivers continuing to run very stout lap times all around this racetrack. You see this racetrack pretty slicked off, but they're still trying to move around, still running right through the slick stuff. As you can see, this track continuing to change. Lon Frank still out in front here, as we're actually going to see our first caution flag of the evening. Our first caution flag coming out here. The last thing I think Lon Franks, Shane Yates, or Seth Castle wanted to see is that's going to bring the rest of the field right back to their rear bumper. We're going to take a look back and see what happens here to bring out our first caution flag of the evening. Looks like maybe John Quill Jr. and Blake Doyle coming together here. Quill in that 777 ride, the 38 ride right there behind him. Get into corner number 1. Looks like the 38 sends it in there a little bit deeper. They got to make some contact, but they kind of lock in together. They can kind of just keep bouncing around there. The 77 ride pointed back in the right direction fairly quickly, but Blake Doyle, unfortunately, could not. As man, that's a hard lick right there. Kind of getting tied in right there. A little bit of neck code, nowhere to go for Brewer, nowhere to go for Ruhrman. Cody Ernest getting some hard contact there. The 78 ride and the 5 ride of Aikens also getting collected in that. Heavy damage there for the 38 ride. A little bit. A few of these other drivers they get collected in that one. See Ty Dickinson going around the field there, getting one of his laps back. So we're going to get ready to stack them back up. We're going to re-rack them and get them back out here onto the racetrack for restart. The first restart of the night, man. We made it almost a little bit over halfway through this race without any contact, without any damage, any wrecks here on the racetrack. So it's pretty good, man. If we can go 25, 30 laps without a caution flag, or one caution flag coming out right there. Let's see if we can finish this one off without any more caution flags, or maybe a little bit of cautions, breeding cautions, as we're going to go back to green flag racing. As the green flag back out in the air here for the 10th ride. Alon Frank, Shane Yates right there in position number 2, trying to clear the 7 ride of Seth Castle, trying to keep Castle there behind him in position number 4. James Stockton up into 4th here.
Let's go!
See Cody Myers and the 09 ride going down low here as Chris Hill sliding back ever so slightly. Hill way up the racetrack here, a little bit sideways there as he's continuing to slide back. Now into position number 9, so he's going to go from 4th all the way back to 9th here, losing 6 positions here to start this restart. One driver trying to work himself up into the top 10. You see Cody Gagliano right there in the middle of it, right in the thick of it, trying to work himself up into the top 10. Lon Frank still out in front. Shane Yates there in 2nd. Seth Castle up into position number 3. Their top 3 have been broken away from the field here pretty much all night long. James Stockton having a great run here as well in that Householder Racing number 37 ride as he's worked himself now up into that 4th position. 09 ride of Joshua Ellie now up into that 5th position. This sim with Cody Myers right there behind him. Alex Brewer there in 7th. All having some good runs, working themselves through the field here. Almost up into the top 5. John Quill Jr. trying to hold on here. He's hanging on to position number 8. Brady Ehrman with a great recovery after falling back early in this one. Now back up inside the top 10 there in 9th. Jeremy Vaughn there in 10th as Chris Hill all the way back into that 11th position. He's got Cody Gagliano now to his inside as Cody trying to find a way to his inside, looking to take that 11th position away as Hill still trying to hold on. We see some contact a little bit deeper back here as Jeremy Aikens in the 38 ride making some contact. Bryce Dickinson getting up into that outside wall as Ty Dickinson do lead back onto the lead lap here, trying to work himself a little bit farther forward here after getting his lap back. Falling a lap behind to start this event off. Got his brother right there, Bryce Dickinson right there behind him as the Dickinson boys trying to work themselves through the field here, but out in front, it's still that DWR iRacing iFlag Papa Mike Promotions number 10 ride of Lon Franks out in front as Franks has led every lap so far here in this one. Shane Yates has been right there in position number 2, not letting that 10 ride out of his sight. Seth Castle's been right there hanging with them this time. The 37 ride sticking right there as well as our top 4, 5 single file here starting to break away ever so slightly. Cody Myers there in 6, Alex Brewer in 7, John Quill Jr., Brady Ehrman, and Jeremy Vaughn. Rounding out our top 10 is now Cody Gagliano up into position number 11, looking underneath this teammate here, trying to drag himself into the top 10 as the 20R ride. Right there in 11th, having a good run, moving up about 9 positions here in this race. So he's on the move towards the front, but still got a lot of ground to make up as we see some more battling going on back here. Some more free-wide battles. These drivers trying to beat and bang and battle, trying to work themselves up inside the top 15 here. Blake Doyle right in the middle of it as Doyle looks like he's going to get a little bit of a shove right there from Bryce Dickinson. Dickinson's going to lean on him here through 3 and 4. They're going to continue to battle here down the back into corner number 1. They're still leaning on each other here. So is Joel Phillips and that 67 ride. Some contact. Oh man, there they go. There they go from Ty Dickinson, Joey Brewer, Blake Doyle, the 78 ride. Joel Phillips in that one as well. We're going to see a caution flag fly here. There it is, the caution flag coming out. Luckily enough, as those guys were wrecking back here. And finally, we see that yellow flag fly. A tough break there for Blake Doyle, Ty Dickinson. Those guys all get collected in this one. No, it seemed like a lot of drivers back there were not very happy with the 38 ride. Ty just unfortunately getting collected in that one. So did Joey Brewer in the 4 ride. He gets collected in that as well. Hard racing back. These guys continuing to battle hard all the way back there, so that's a tough one right there. As we're going to get them stacked back up, we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. Lon Franks out in front once again. I think this is the last thing he really wanted to see as he was just rocking and rolling out in front. No one really challenging him too much, but now with this restart, it's going to make everyone a little bit more on their tippy toes, make everything a little bit more antsy out there as Lon Franks leads the way. Shane Yates right there in second, Seth Castle, James Stockton, Joshua Ely rounding out our top 5 as we're going to go back to green flag racing. The green flag back out in the air here with 8 more laps left to go. 8 more laps here in this one as Shane Yates trying to stick right there with Lon Franks as Franks gets a good restart, but Shane Yates trying to stick right there with him. Seth Castle in that cocky Floyd Consulting number 7 ride right there in 3rd. James Stockton in that Householder Racing number 37 right there in 4th. Then we see some of these NLR rides of Joshua Ely, Cody Myers, and Alex Brewer right there in 5th, 6th, and 7th. Brady Ehrman having a great run there in 8th. Jeremy Vaughn now into 9th. See that 20R ride of Cody Gagliano down to the inside here of the 777 ride of John Quill Jr. as Quill sliding back to the outside of the top 10 as Cody is going to work himself into that 10th position. So Quill back into 11th there as he has Chris Hill right behind him. See one driver slow up the racetrack, that's Nicholas Paris. Paris slow up there on the high side. I'm not sure what's happened here to the 517 ride, but he's slow there on the racetrack. He's going to keep it rolling. No caution flag as Lon Franks still out in front, single file here throughout the top 10, but Franks has that 11 ride right there on his back bumper. One mistake, one slip up, one bad corner could end his night, could put him into a freight train and falling behind here. So we're going to see him get 3 more laps left to go, 3 more laps here for Lon Franks to trying to pick it up, trying to lead it from green to checkered here. Have to hold off that Premier Racing Setups number 11 machine of Shane Yates, Seth Castle right there in position number 3. We're going to see 2 more laps left to go here. Does Lon Franks hold off these 11 ride? They make a little bit of contact right there. Yates giving him a little bit of a bumper. Now the 7 ride of Seth Castle right on the back bumper of Shane Yates. Yates and Lon Franks are going to see that white flag fly. So one more time around here. One more lap. Lon Franks out at corner number 2 is going to lead him down the backstretch one more time. Into corner number 3. See a big run coming from the 11 ride as Lon Franks is going to come out at corner number 4, and he's going to pick up the checkered flag here in this one, leading in from green to checkered, picking up that checkered flag here in this one. Give it up for that DWR JRE Evil One Graphics, Papa Mike Promotions, iRacing iFlag, number 10 ride of Lon Franks as he picks up the checkered flag here tonight in this one. Shane Yates coming home in second in that Premier Racing Setups number 11 ride. Just a nice, good, clean run up there in the front of the field as these drivers could have played a little bit more bumper tag. We could have seen some damage being taken there, but these guys doing a great job staying off each other, running nice and clean and green, and not a lot of contact between them as they're going to line up here on the front stretch. There's our race winner, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up there for the 10 ride of Lon Franks as Franks picks up the checkered flag here in this one. Franks out in front. Shane Yates coming home in second, and Seth Castle coming home in that third and final podium position. What a run and what a race right there. What did we see? 2 cautions, 3 cautions, I think, throughout that one. I think two caution flags? Maybe 3. It was either 2 or 3 caution flags here throughout the night, man. That's some good racing. Only a couple caution flags with 24 drivers taking the green flag. 50 laps around Lanier National Speedway. Really made for some wicked racing action. Some awesome beating and banging. Some awesome side-by-side battles all around the racetrack. Only seeing those, a few handfuls of caution flags is pretty good, man. That is pretty good racing. Congratulations, Mr. Franks. Absolutely. 30 laps before the first yellow. Hell yeah, Johnny boy. Hell yeah, my boy. That's some good racing right there. Hell yeah, great win, Lon Franks. Absolutely, man. A great win there by Mr. Franks, and DWR
Let's go.
coming home with that checkered flag. What is good, Mr. Ratley? What is good, my boy? Coming in, showing that love. Chad Putterbow coming in, smashing that heart reaction as well. Shiloh Gagliano coming in with that like. Nick coming in with that like. Papa Mike coming in with the like and the share. Lonnie Gear with that like and the share as well. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it, baby. Dirty Monkey Motorsports 2.0 coming in with that like and share as well. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Oh, what a run. What a race. Yo, Joshua Vaughn.
Let's go.
Joshua coming in, smashing that follow button, becoming a brand new follower here at Peacemaker Gaming. Yo, Joshua, welcome to the Peacemaker family. Welcome to the Peacemaker crew. Coming in, smashing that follow button, becoming one of the newest followers here on Peacemaker Gaming. Yo, Best on Dirt coming in, smashing that like on the stream as well. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up one more time here for that 10 ride of Lon Franks. Picking up the checkered flag here in this one, man. What a run and what a race. Well, thanks to the 38, that was rough night. Thanks to John Fowler and Cody Gagliano for the solid league. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know what was going on back there. We saw that final caution flag there with the 38 being collected in that one. Oh, my God. I got an eyelash in my eye now, chat. I'm dying here. I'm dying out here. But yeah, we saw a good run, a good battle up there between a lot of those drivers deeper in the field, and then saw that contact. We saw Brycey Bear really leaning on him, and then everyone else kind of driving into him there. So I'm sure he didn't make very many friends trying to work himself through the field there, and that contact being made, and that final caution flag coming out there with Doyle right in the middle of it, and unfortunately quite a few other drivers getting collected in that one as well. Looked like you guys were just, a little bit of hot heads back there, a lot of hard racing, a lot of hard battling back throughout the field, and saw some additional contact being made back there. As we're going to jump up here into the broadcast booth, we're going to pull our race winner up into the booth here. We're going to get Mr. Lon Franks up here for a little bit of a post-race interview. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up here for that 10 ride, the DWR JRE number 10 machine of Lon Franks as he picks up the checkered flag. We're going to pull him up here into the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. Hey, Lon, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. Do you get a copy?
I got you, buddy.
Lon, my boy, what a race, what a run, man. 50 laps of hard racing. You keep that 10 ride out in front all evening long. You have Shane Yates right there knocking at your doorstep all night right there on your back bumper, man. How did you get it done as you're able to hold these guys off for 50 laps, lead this thing from green to checkered, and park it down here in Victory Lane?
Yeah, they kept me honest for sure. I just making
Let's
sure I
go.
didn't slip up. If I slipped up, he was going to get a nose under me, and I wasn't going to be able to do nothing about it. So I just concentrating, playing a little defensive, not blocking per se, but I was I knew they were there. That's for sure.
Absolutely, man. They were right there on your back bumper all night long, and we saw you guys break away for a little bit there. We saw a little bit of, single file top 3 breakaway with Castle in there, as well as you guys were just the top of the field here all night long, man. You guys were, a little bit single file, not really beating and banging. You were giving a bumper here and there, and these guys, keeping you honest out there as they were right there ready for that mistake, ready for that, misfortune for you and, a little bit of fortune for them. But unfortunately for them, it never happened as you were able to hit your marks consistently throughout the night. You were picture perfect here throughout the entire evening. And even with, the track changing, we saw, on the bottom side for a bit, then kind of moved up a little bit into the middle. It never really got to that extreme high side, but you guys went back down to the bottom, and you kind of kept those guys right there behind you, even with the track changing throughout this one.
Yeah, the track never really widened out much. I was waiting for it to, and it's tough being a leader because you don't want to search and kill your lap times, and then they swallow you up. So I thought it was going to come in like middle-ish, and then I thought he would probably drive around me, but I stayed committed, and I just trying to hit my marks. I didn't even look around me, really. I didn't even look at the laps. I just made sure I hit the marks, didn't slip off the bottom.
Absolutely, man. Well, a great run and a great drive here, man. Picking up the checkered flag. 50 laps of hard racing, leading every one of them, and leading that 10 ride down here into Victory Lane. Lon, who do you got to thank for such a solid run here tonight in this one?
First, I got to thank Team DWR. Just a great group of guys, man. We just work together and bounce ideas and what works and what don't and what not. And then I got to thank iRacing iFlag, Papa Mike's Promotions, Bell's Bullies, Evil One Graphics, Junk Fabrication, J&D Landscape Supply, and Solar Chassis. And then friends and family who's watching. And then my wife for letting me do this a couple times a week.
Absolutely, man. You always got to thank the wife for allowing you to jump on here and play some video games with the boys throughout the night. As, I'm sure sometimes it gets on her nerves, but it's always nice to have her, be a little bit, courteous to you and let you have that little bit of time to yourself on the sim.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. Thank her. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, Lon, congratulations on picking up the checkered flag, man. What a race, what a run, man. Hopefully, these good runs that we continue to see this 10 ride have, and hopefully it continues to build some more momentum, and hopefully we continue to see you up here in the broadcast booth picking up these checkered flags.
Let's go.
Yeah, I enjoy getting to talk to you. I appreciate you doing this for the community. It's great. So thank you very much.
Absolutely, my boy. Lon, congrats on the win, and have yourself a good night. Don't party too hard down there in Victory Lane.
You too, buddy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for Lon Franks, our race winner here this evening, man. Picking up the checkered flag. What a run and what a race right there for that 10 ride, man. A good run, keeping some very, very stout competition at bay right there behind him all night long, man. That was crazy. That was a pretty crazy race right there for Lon Franks to be able to hold off Shane Yates and Seth Castle. We saw a lot of good drivers work their way through the field there, but no one could get up and around or really get a good run underneath of that 10 ride. Just continue to hit his marks and be that fastest car out there on the racetrack lap after lap after lap, man. It's a tough thing to do, and Lon does it perfectly here for 50 laps tonight, having a great run and a great drive. Bryce says, you hate to see people drive like that, drive the way you want to be drove, I guess. And that is true. That is true. It's like a little bit of respect. You give it, you get it kind of deal. So you get raced the same way you race other people. And unfortunately, sometimes that's just the way it works out. And especially when you're deeper in the field, it gets a little bit tougher and harder to to make those passes or to, not have drivers get a little bit upset, not having the best night that they want to have. And doesn't take very long for someone to blow a fuse or anything else, or to, make that contact or give a little bit of payback after getting some contact. Doesn't take very much for that to happen back there. I thought it was a Sunday cruise. I don't know why everyone was so aggressive. Yeah, Cecil, I don't know, man. It was just some good hard racing, my boy. Just some good hard racing out there. That's all it was, man. Everyone out there trying to do their best, trying to have a good run, trying to have some fun and work their way to the front, man. It was just some good hard racing. And I mean, still with that good hard racing, especially that we saw throughout the the rear of the field, I mean, they only have what, 3 caution flags in this one. Pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. Yo, Cody Olsen coming in, smashing that like on the stream. What is good, Cody? Cody coming in, showing that love. Midnight Toker Gaming coming in, smashing that like as well. What is good, Midnight coming in, showing that love as well, smashing that like reaction on the stream. As we're gonna jump up into Drive Like You Want to Be Driven. Yeah, exactly. Drive like you want to be driven, though. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. You drive with respect out there on the racetrack. Other drivers will drive you with respect, and it's the way it goes, man. It's a little bit of give and take, No, yin and yang, baby. That's the way it is. As we're going to pull in our second place finisher now, the 11 ride of Shane Yates. You see him still parked out there on the racetrack. It's the 11 ride. That Premier Racing Setups 11 machine of Shane Yates coming home here in position number 2 tonight. We're going to pull that 11 ride up here into the broadcast booth for his post-race interview. Hey, Shane, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Shane, my boy, another good run, another great night for that 11 ride. Coming up one spot short of making it back-to-back wins here. The last couple nights, as you've been having some great runs. You were right there all over the back bumper here of Lon Franks tonight, but, just some good, hard, clean racing, and unfortunately just couldn't get that lucky break to get around that 10 ride of Lon Franks here tonight in this one to make it back-to-back wins here in the leagues this week.
Yeah, it was tough. The only way I could have probably passed him if he messed up, and he didn't hardly mess up to the last end there where I barely got into him. He kind of come down, but that happens. It was just a one-lane track.
Go.
I would try to go veer up a little bit off the bottom, and then Seth was reeling me in, so I was like, it ain't up there. So I just kind of stayed right behind him, try to keep my momentum up, and try to hope for the best that he would mess up and go high on exit or something. It never happened.
Absolutely, man. An absolute picture-perfect race there by that 10 ride of Lon Franks. You were right there on his back bumper all night long, but as he said, you would like to have, maybe searched around the racetrack a little bit more, maybe try some different lines out there, but you would have been, slipping up yourself, making those little mistakes, or falling back, just getting a little bit slower lap times, trying to run maybe the high side compared to the bottom. You had that 7 ride of Seth Castle right there all night long behind you, so you couldn't really search too much around the racetrack without maybe possibly giving up that second spot to the 7 ride of Seth Castle, and then you'd have to be trying to battle and trying to get back down low. And for the longest time, we saw some good, single file racing right there behind you guys, where, if you jumped out to that high side or you slipped up to the high side and one of these drivers were able to get underneath of somebody, you almost get freight trained out there, and all of a sudden, you lose 3-4 spots before you even get a hole to jump back down to the bottom side, and then you're just riding and you've just lost a few spots. So you have to be very, very smart where you could try to get those runs and try to make those moves out there on the racetrack.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing Seth. He was like, I was entering high and trying to keep my car as straight as I could, exit real good. And Seth was entering low with a lot of speed and losing momentum coming off. So, it's just one of them things, you just got to wait till somebody messes up.
Absolutely. Well, we didn't see a whole lot of messing up, not a whole lot of action out there on the racetrack, only a couple caution flags. But all night long, man, you were right there, running right on the back bumper there of our race winner, but still a solid run, a good points evening for yourself as you parked that Premier Racing Setups ride down here on the podium with a good, solid second-place run. Shane, who do you got to thank for such a great, strong run here once again tonight in that 11 ride?
Thank my team, Premier Racing Setups. I want to thank Flood Drive. I want to thank John for putting this league on. I want to thank Cody for, he picked up, I guess, running the league in the street stock. So I appreciate him doing that, man. I can tell he's going to try to run it right and everything. And I appreciate you for broadcasting this.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, Shane, congrats on another solid run here tonight. I'm not sure. Are you in the Street Stock League tomorrow night?
I don't know. Is there a league tomorrow night?
There is. I don't know if it's open or not anymore, but I know there is the league for the Dirt Clash Super Street Series.
It ain't a.
See it tomorrow night, but
it ain't a derby, is it?
Nope. It's just the league, just like this one.
Okay. Well, I'll see if they. Who do I get a hold of?
You'd want to get a hold of. I do believe it is. Shoot, drawing a blank now on the name here. Drawing a blank. Dustin Benton is who you'd probably want to get a hold of in that one.
Okay. Yeah, I know. All right. Appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. Shane, congrats on the second place run, man. A great drive and a great run, and maybe we'll see you back up here tomorrow night. If not, hopefully we'll see you up here in the broadcast booth throughout all of next week, as we'll see you back in here for quite a few more of these league races and trying to park that 11 ride back up here on the podium.
All right, man. Take it easy, bud.
You too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for the 11 ride of Shane Yates, as Yates coming home there in position number 2. A great run and a great drive there out of that 11 ride. Papa Mike, are you kidding me? Michael Dickinson coming in with the 1200 star dono. Papa Mike coming in, setting it off. Much love, homie. Coming in with the big bomb, the 1200 star dono. Papa Mike, my man, much love. Appreciate you so much, man. All of the Dickinsons, all you guys coming in, showing the love on a consistent basis, and then setting it off with the massive 1200 star dono. Crazy, man. Much appreciated, man. Much appreciate you. Papa Mike coming in with all the love, baby. That's what we like to see. Best on Dirt says, first time out for me. Didn't make the show, but had a ton of fun. Thanks, Peacemaker. Absolutely Best on Dirt, man. Hey, you know what? We like seeing you guys out there having fun, seeing you guys out there, and it takes one good run to get some good momentum built up and everything else, and it's a lot of good learning experience, especially for any of the newcomers coming in, league racing and everything else, being out here with so many good, talented drivers and a big field. It really, it not only humbles you, but it really helps you kind of learn what you need to do and what you need to prepare for some more of these bigger, series you may jump into throughout, the next year or the next couple of years. And especially when it comes into, if you jump into some money races and everything else, it kind of prepares you for, what's to come. So it's a really cool thing, man. All these leagues and everything else is, they're a lot of fun and a lot of great racing out there. Roger Strickland coming in, smashing that like as well. Roger coming in, smashing that like reaction. What is good, Roger? Much appreciate you coming in, smashing that like reaction. As we're going to jump in to the broadcast booth here one more time, as we're going to pull our third place finisher, the 7 ride in that Cocky Floyd Consulting number 7 machine of Seth Castle up here into the broadcast booth. Hey, Seth, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Seth, my boy, a good run, a good drive out there tonight, man. A solid third place finish, as, you guys were just, the top 3 of you, man. You guys were locked nose to tail here all night long, just waiting for somebody to make a mistake, somebody to slip up, and unfortunately, it just never kind of happened. It's you, Lon, and Shane all just kind of ran your race, ran some perfect lines, ran some perfect laps, and never really had that side-by-side battling up there at the front of the field, but some great runs nonetheless there between the 3 of you guys.
Oh yeah, it was fun. Some typical linear racing, it track blacks off and you can't pass anybody without moving them. But yeah, I wish I would have qualified better. Man, I don't know why I can't qualify there on a tacky track. I don't know what the deal was, but we always do good in race trim and get up there, make some moves, and get in the top 3. So that's what matters. But yeah, I had some fun racing Shane. Tried to get around him. Like I said, it's just hard to make a move, without putting a bumper to somebody, and thought about doing it. a couple times, but you just want to be careful. You don't want to spin the guy out there at Lanier. It's so easy. You get facing a little bit sideways and you're done. But it's all good. I'm kind of late in the season, so I'm not really racing for championship. So I'll take what I'm given. But we're sure going to be gunning for one of these wins here real soon, for sure.
Absolutely, my boy. No doubt about it. We'll see you up here at the front of the field here one of these nights, picking up one of these checkered flags as that 7 run continuously having these good runs, some good podium finishes here, and continuously being one of the better drivers here throughout the league. Just keeping it nice and clean. And as you said, all night long, man, you were right there on the back bumper of Yates, and any moment in time you could have given that extra little bit of a shove to could have spun him out, or at least shoved him up the racetrack or anything else. But a lot of respect, a lot of good hard racing there between you guys, but keeping nice and clean and staying off each other for the most part throughout this one, and putting on a great show for us nonetheless, even single file being nose to tail all night long, where it was that any moment something could happen, and keeping us right on the edge of our seats all night long, with the 3 of you guys being right up there battling so close together throughout this one. It was a great show, man, and congrats on the solid 3rd place run.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. I wish Shane would have messed up and given me a door or something to get in there. I mean, like I said, I was able to get a fender in there multiple times, but there's just no drive off down there on a fixed setup. Once the track slicks off, it's really hard to make a pass. But yeah, I drive with respect for Lon and Shane both, and I get the same from them. So I try to keep somewhat of that reputation. If, like I said, if we were racing for points and it was for the win, maybe a different story. Give a little bumper, try to get him up out of the line. But all in all, I'm just happy to be here. Thankful for John for letting me back in after some issues last season. Got those resolved, and I'm just glad to be back in this league, enjoying it.
Absolutely, my boy, and we're glad to see you out there every single night having some fun and racing good with all these other drivers, man. As a solid 3rd place run here for yourself tonight. Seth, who do you got to thank for such a strong performance out there at Lanier?
Well, like I said, thanks to John and maybe Cody. I don't know if he had a part in it, but for allowing me back in, giving me the chance to race in this league again, and thanks to JC over there at Cocky Floyd Consulting, and really helping me step up my game in these cars, and giving me some tips and tricks on finding some speed. So much thanks to him. I think that's about it. Thanks to you for broadcasting, man. We love you, of course.
Much appreciate, my boy. Much appreciate. Well, we appreciate all of you drivers, man, and we appreciate some good hard racing like we saw here tonight. Seth, congrats on the 3rd place run here tonight, homie, and hopefully we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth throughout the rest of these leagues, and hopefully we'll see you up here in Victory Lane one of these nights.
Yes, hopefully tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow at USA.
Perfect. Well, hopefully we'll see you up here in Victory Lane tomorrow evening.
Yep. Sounds good, man.
Have yourself a wonderful night.
Yeah, you too, buddy. See ya.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for that number 7 rider, Seth Castle, as he comes home there in position number 3, man. What a great run. What a great drive here all night long by all these drivers. These guys putting on a great show here throughout the evening. Just continuously putting on some great battles, some great races all around the racetrack, man. These guys putting on a heck of a show. Yo, James Stockton, my boy James, coming in, smashing that like on the stream as well. What is good, James? James coming in, showing that love, smashing that like on the stream as well. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't already, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button if you're watching over on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube and you haven't already, hit the like button on the stream on YouTube, and make sure you hit that subscribe button as we continue to work. Actually, we just hit 200 subscribers. We're continuing to grow and try to get better and bigger and everything else. So if you guys haven't, please hit that subscribe button over there on YouTube as we continue to build more and more and more over there on the red site. And hopefully someday, hopefully maybe sometime this year, we will be able to hit that 1,000 subscriber marker and be able to, monetize over there and make us a little bit, another step closer to maybe going full-time content creator and being able to continue to pump out an enormous amount of racing action and everything else here on a daily basis. And that's what the main goal is someday having that opportunity. So if you guys can, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, drop a couple comments and, watch some of the other videos and help us, reach our goals over there on YouTube Gaming and obviously over on Facebook as well as we continue to grow more and more over there on FBGG as well. But anyways, guys, listen, thank y'all for tuning in, man. A wicked race here again tonight, man. Some awesome racing action. We saw some great side-by-side, single-file racing. These guys giving it everything they can. We saw some controversy at the back of the pack. We saw some contact. We saw some hard racing back there as guys were, maybe getting a little bit upset, not being able to work their way through the traffic as they would like to, maybe forcing the issue a little bit too much. And some guys, maybe losing their cool a little bit, not having the runs that they wish they could. But man, nonetheless, a great race. We saw 50 laps of hard racing action. We saw 2 caution flags throughout the night. That was it. 2 caution flags for a lot of laps out there on the racetrack is a great thing, man. It's some great racing all night long. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Johnny boy. Let's go, Mr. Fowler, coming in showing that love. Let's go, baby. Let's go. But anyways, guys, listen, thank y'all for tuning in, man. I can't thank you guys enough for coming in and showing that love here all night long, man. Everyone coming in with the likes, the shares, the comments, the new followers, the new subscribers. Everyone coming in with the donations as well. We saw Papa Mike. We saw Keith Hackney, man. 2 yellows, man. Short track, yeah, that is absolutely wicked. Short track racing with only 2 caution flags throughout. We had 3 heat races, we had 2 consolation races, and then a 50-lap A-main feature event. We ran, that's 100 laps right there. That's probably 100 laps or so throughout the night, and only 2 caution flags. With a ton of drivers out there on the racetrack. That is absolutely wicked. That is absolutely wicked. Some hard racing and a lot of fun out there for all these drivers. But anyways, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Unfortunately, we're going to call it there on that note, man. I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in. Thank you guys for all the love and support. But unfortunately, we got something good going on, man. We do, John. We do have something good going on. 100%, my boy. 100% we do. Something very good going on, my boy. But anyways, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Unfortunately, your boy's got to get ready to go to work. I will see you guys here tomorrow night, a little bit earlier, around that 7:30 marker, maybe a little bit closer to 8 o'clock Eastern time. But we're going to get ready to go to Green Flag Racing tomorrow night with some more Dirt Street Stock action, as the drivers will be out at USA Speedway for some more wicked racing action. USA, always so much fun, man. These guys always love running that racetrack. It's very fast. A lot of good side-by-side battles throughout the corners, and we're going to see a good show tomorrow evening as well. So make sure you have that live notification bell turned on. That way you guys never miss it when we go live. And that way we'll see you guys here all tomorrow evening for some more dirt track racing action. Good night, says Johnny boy. Good night, my boy. Good night, John. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Have yourselves a wonderful evening, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace out, baby. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! What a race. What a show. Oh, my.
No, building, killing it. They thought I wouldn't. 0 to 100, baby, I'm dripping in diamonds. Disco's in my eyes, it's special. Climb up to my level, wanna see the view. Can you do it like that? Kiss it like that, making it last fast. Bring it right back, wear it like that, move it like that, like it like. Do it like that, kiss it like that, making it last fast. Bring it right back, wear it like that, move it like that, like it like. Do it like that, kiss it like that, making it last fast. Bring it right back, wear it like that, move it like that, like it like that. Like that, like that. Do it like that, do it like that, that. Like that, like that. Do it like that, do it like that, that. Tell me you're a winner without telling me your name. I'm the pieces, players, and the fans, baby, I'm the game. I'm stunning all of the lights, yeah. I'm taking all of my time, yeah. Baby, can you handle it? Handle me. Do it like that, kiss it like that, making it last fast. Bring it right back, wear it like that, move it like that, like it like. Do it like